Hi there, I'm Amanda Skelton and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. So today I'd like to show you this Z card. It's a beautiful card using lovely papers as well. It folds out like this, which is really nice. Obviously it looks like a Z. And this is based on a card and tutorial that Jan B created. But I wanted to do it this time using the Best Dressed DSP. And I also wanted to use the Lilies dies and stamps. So in the Sale-a-bration catalogue, which is live until 31st of March 2020, we have the products in here. So these are free products that you can earn. So I'm using the stamp set here, which you can earn with a £45 order. Or you've got the dies, which are free if you place an order of £90. So I've bought both of these sets, which coordinate really, really nicely together. So I'm going to use sort of a combination of the Best Dressed paper with these Lily elements as well. So, and just to show you here, you've got the dies, stamps and dies. So you've got the stamps there. And then the dies here, which we'll be using. Okay, so what will you need to make this card? You will need some coloured cardstock. So you'll need a piece of coloured card which measures 4 inches by 11 inches, and you want to score it along the long edge at 2 3/4 inches and at 5.5 inches. And then you want your strip that is going to become your strip here, again in your coloured card, and you want that to be 1 1/8 inch by 11 inches. I'm just checking if that is right there. Yes. Actually, no, you don't need that piece at all. Sorry. It is 1 1/8 inch by 11 inches, and again you want to score at 2 3/4 inches and 5.5 inches. So that is going to become your Z. And then you need some designer series paper. So you need your backing piece here. And you need a piece which is 5 1/4 inches by 3 3/4 inches. You want a piece 3 3/4 inches by 2.5 inches. And then you need 2 tiny pieces here which are 1 inch by 2 5/8. So they're going to become these 2 pieces here. And then you want 2 pieces of white card, and these are going to become the sections here and here, and these are going to be 2 5/8 by 3 7/8 of an inch. Okay. And then you'll need some pieces of white card as well to stamp your images onto and your sentiment. Okay, so start with your card base. So I've already scored it, so you want to basically fold your score lines, so that's going to become your Z card there, and then you're going to also score your other piece, which is going to go in the other direction there. Okay. And then we are going to add our DSP onto here. So I'm just going to use my silicone mat and glue my pieces together. just be careful that if you've got paper that has got an obvious right way up, that you make sure that you first of all cut it so that it is the right way up, and secondly you glue it on the right way up. Okay, and then I'm going to glue my sentiment piece here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my sentiment first. So I'm going to use Real Red. So I've used Real Red cardstock for this to go with these poppy, the poppy pattern. And I'm using the Wishing You Every Happiness This Special Day Will Bring, and this is from the Peaceful Moments, which is one of the stamp sets that goes with the Peaceful Poppies as well. So I'm going to be using this sentiment for the inside. So you just want to ink it up nicely, and then just make sure you centre it. Nice firm press. That comes out really nice and crisp. Okay. So what we're also going to do then is also place a piece of patterned paper on that side. Just let that ink dry a minute. Again, I'm just going to tape my glue on all four edges. Again, make sure your pattern is the right way up, and then centre it on your card so you can see that those are those two sections. And then I'm going to add my piece with a sentiment on. I'm just going to go there so you can see that that then hides in here. Okay. What I've realised on this one is I've done a white edging around the patterned paper. I haven't done that on this one. It's entirely up to you. Maybe it shows up a bit more, maybe it makes it a bit more defined if you have the white behind it. I think I just forgot, to be honest, on this one, but I think that looks quite nice anyway. Okay, so we've got the two pieces of patterned paper to put here, so that when you open it up you can see here. Again, I'm going to just tape that. Sorry, I'm going quite quickly because the light is fading. So I'm hoping I can do this all in natural daylight. Okay. So now I want to stamp and die cut some lilies. So I'm just going to get a black ink, and I'm probably going to use my Real Red Stampin Blends as well to colour them in. So let me just get some white card. Okay, so I'm going to, because the paper has got a black outline, I think I'll be able to get away with a black outline for these flowers as well. Make sure you leave enough space to be able to die cut them. So we want two small lilies and one large lily. Okay, and then I've also put them on the lily pads here, so I'm going to do two lily pads. There are two size lily pads in the pack, so I'm going to use the small one. And you can see that you can use up as much of the space as you want to, so you haven't got lots of gaps. Okay, Now I prefer to colour in when I've got a nice big piece of card like this to hold on to, rather than cutting it out first and then colouring it in. So I've got my 2 shades of real red. So I've got a lighter colour there, and then I've got a darker colour there. So because there's lots of different shades on there, I think I will do it 2-tone. So I'm going to use, I'm just checking, yep, light red. I'm going to colour in most of the flower, well, all of the flower actually. And I tend to use the paintbrush side. It's a lot more inky. It just put down a lot of ink, which is really nice, and then that helps it to blend. If you want to then add another colour to it, another tone especially. So, right, nearly getting there. If you haven't used the Stampin Blends before, they are really good. I used to use the Pro markers, but I don't think that they put down anything like the amount of liquid or ink that these put down. I don't think they blend anywhere near as good as these. So if you haven't tried them, you can buy them in singly, the pens, or you can buy them as a light and a dark shade of each, well, not each colour, but pretty much most of the colours that will match the cardstock and the inks that you can buy. I would definitely recommend you even maybe just trying the light and the dark in one colour if you haven't tried them before, and then you can see what you think for yourself. But I must admit, I do love them. And I use them quite a lot, and they last. They seem to last really well. You know, sometimes when you can get cheap felt tip pens and you use them a couple of times, and then you seem to have to keep wetting the end of the pen to make it work again. Okay, so I've got that, and what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to add some darker colours, almost like a shadow. You don't have to be too precious about this, because the colour, because they're alcohol markers, they do dry. So even if you don't blend it, you could probably pretty much leave it like that if you wanted to. I'm just going to blend it in a little bit, so you just get your light colour again and just blend it into the rest of the, so you get the idea. Again, I'm going to add dark colour at the bottom here. I think that's all I'm going to add to that one. Okay, I'm just going to blend it in with the other colour. And then I've just realised I haven't got my old olive. Luckily they're on the top because I use these colours a lot as well. So again, I've got light and dark olive. Again, just going to colour those in. And this colour is in the paper as well, which I'll show you in a minute. Hopefully the colours are being picked up, because I know that the light is going. It's about 4:30. And again, I'm just going to add sort of a bit of a dark shadow on the centre line. And again, you don't have to merge it in. It just helps to soften the lines. There you go. So yeah, so there's green in there, so that'll match quite nicely. Okay, so I can wipe those out of the way. So now we want to cut them out. So I've got my trusty Big Shot. I do have to apologise because my handle keeps falling off. Hopefully it'll play ball for me. So I need all of my layers, and I'm just going to get the dies that I need. So I've got the small lily pad, I've got the small flower, and then I've got the large flower as well. So those are the 3 dies. Now then, depends on how you feel about it. I'm going to try and cut 3 of these shapes at the same time. Doesn't always work out because sometimes they move. Just have to make sure that you put the die the right way round on the lily pad. It's difficult for me to tell because I'm not above it, I'm beside it, so hopefully that should be okay. And at least because this is clear, you can generally see if it moves or not, so I think that's good. Alright, so that should be all of those 3 cut. Oops. So that's 3 of them done. And then I'm just going to do the second small flower. And the second lily pad. Again, make sure you put the die the right way round. Right. Don't know if this is going to work because the card wants to go off the side. No, I think we're good. I think we're okay. Right, I'll just run those 2 down. And then we've got our final pieces. So we can get rid of our Big Shot for now. And our dies. So now we've got our flowers. So what we're going to do is we're going to be gluing that onto there in a minute, and then I'm going to, let me just bring these a bit closer. So I'm going to put a big flower in the middle. It's quite nice with a white edge actually because it makes it show up a bit more. And then I'm going to put the 2 smaller flowers on a lily pad either side, and you can have them both facing the same way, or you can have one facing inwards and one outwards. Make it symmetrical. So we're going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to glue them onto the ribbon first before I then attach the whole thing. So I would probably use, she says not being able to find it, I'm going to use the liquid glue. Just allows me to position it a bit better. So I'll probably start with the 2 lily pads. Oh, hang on a minute, I think they're all stuck up a bit. I'm going to start with the 2 lily pads. Come on. You can see it's glued up. No, I'm going to use a different one. It doesn't normally stick up, I just need to... Right, hopefully this this one will play ball a bit better. Ah, there you go. So I'm just going to add some glue. And I'm going to have one facing outwards there. One facing outwards there. About the same height. That's a good thing with this glue because you can move it around. And then I'm going to add some glue there. Just make sure that you don't put glue too high up, otherwise you'll end up sticking it above here and then it'll stick onto your... it's not so bad for this piece, but on this piece you don't want it to stick to there, otherwise you won't be able to open it up as the Z card, which is the whole point. So I'm just putting some glue at the bottom part of the flower, so there's absolutely no glue on those sections. And again on here as well, just want to make sure, probably about halfway up really. And then I'm going to put that one roughly in the middle. Okay, and then we're going to glue that section onto here and that section onto here. And probably the best way to do it is to fold it up and then place the whole thing on like that. And you probably want it, probably the bottom edge to start maybe about an inch up, depending on how you want it to look really. So I'm going to so right the whole, yeah. So I'm going to glue that whole section there, and then I'm going to glue just a section here, not the whole way, otherwise it won't open, like I said. So you want to basically go edge to edge, make sure it looks like it's straight, and there you go. Folds flat for posting, but then it's 3D when you open it up. And you've got your sentiment there. If you want to, you could put a piece of white panel on the back if you wanted to be able to write your message, or you can write it in the middle. You might want to write it maybe before, but you can hold it flat like that and write it if you want to, or you might want to write it before you stick it in. But that is the Z fold card using the Best Dress DSP. Actually, no, I think it's using the, isn't it using the Poppies actually? It's using the Poppies DSP, and using the Lily's stamps and die set, which are free products in the Sale-a-bration at the moment. So don't forget to have a look at my Stampin' Up website, which is amandascraftedcards.stampingup.net, and feel free to have a look on there. If you like the products, then please make sure that you make use of the Sale-a-bration before the end of March. So as I record this, it's the middle of February. I'm only about halfway through now, so you've only got about 6 weeks left. And I think as products probably run out, I don't think they'll be replenishing them. So if you see something in there you like, I would definitely put your order in sooner rather than later, so you're not disappointed. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you soon.